Soul Food Sundays, Oxtail edition. Thanks for tuning back into my channel. Today we're going to go ahead and prepare oxtails. I'll take you from seasoning, cooking, and again straight to your plate, as well as giving you little tidbits and hints on how to get perfectly tender oxtails every time. Let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is having the right cut. These are medium cuts. They're about an inch, about the first digit of your finger. You want to have your butcher go ahead and cut your oxtails about an inch thick. That is the key to tender oxtails. The thicker the oxtails, the longer that they take to cook. So we're going to wash your oxtails. Notice that I have on gloves. This is just a thing for me when I prepare meat. A staple for me in my kitchen is vinegar. I keep a gallon in my pantry. We're just going to add a little bit to the water that I'm using to wash the meat. And this is just to make sure that the meat is nice and fresh. I'm adding half of a lemon, the juice of half of a lemon. Run it under cold water, never warm. You don't want to start the cooking process of your meat by running it under warm water. That should be good. Just make sure you drain off all of the excess water. And that's what you have. Again, these are between small and medium cut, because you want to make sure that all of your meat cooks at the same time and that it's cooked evenly. Very little fat, but what's on there we'll need for the gravy. My mom always says that there's 3 people that you want to take care of during the holiday: your mailman, your garbage man, and your butcher. So during the holidays, she always slips them a little something special, because you want to make sure during the year that they take care of you. I didn't have to do any of that work of cutting excess fat off. Okay, so let's get down to the seasoning. Starting off with garlic powder. You can use any one of your choice. This is just the one that I use. I like to use Caribbean seasonings when I'm cooking Caribbean food. So this is Grace's oxtail seasoning. You can get this on the international aisles of your grocery stores. I know that Publix carries it. JCS meat seasoning. JCS thyme. You can use fresh if you have it. Lowry seasoning salt. Granulated onion. I am going to use fresh, but for some reason this gives it a nice taste. My favorite, parsley flakes. I season with this often, as well as garnishing when I do plating. My Old Faithful is Worcestershire sauce. And some minced garlic. I know it seems like a lot of ingredients, but just bear with me, it'll all come together. Fresh ingredients, I have an onion and a small Roma tomato. Okay, so what I'm doing is just basically rough chopping my onion. I don't do a dice, because if you have someone that you're serving that doesn't like onions, you want to make the pieces of onion big enough that they can just take it out. So we're just gonna roughly chop our Roma tomato also. If you like more tomatoes or onions, you can always increase the amount. Okay, so we're gonna do a teaspoon of crushed garlic. Let's make it 2 teaspoons. This is the brand that I'm using. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. The same same amount, 2 tablespoons of oxtail seasoning. That's about the rule of what I'm gonna put in on each seasoning will be 2 tablespoons. Seasoning sauce, I'm just gonna do a couple shakes. You season with salt as you like. Parsley, I'm gonna go ahead and put about a tablespoon. And granulated onions, I'm gonna do about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. I probably will add more later. Now our fresh ingredients, our garlic, our onions, and tomato. And remember, rough chop your onion. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and mix, and I'm using my hands just to make sure that everything is incorporated throughout the meat. I'm gonna add a little bit more Worcestershire sauce. I'm gonna take 1 hand of gloves off. 4 or 5 shakes, and just go back in and I'm gonna bring it a little closer so you can see how everything's mixed in together. It smells so good. Everything complements each other. I get these containers from the Dollar Tree. You can use any Tupperware container, and this is what I use to marinate my meats in. We're gonna marinate this overnight. You can marinate meat for about 4 to 5 hours and then cook it. I just feel like you get a better flavor when you marinate overnight. So guys, that was the first half. That took us about 10 minutes to go ahead and wash and marinate our meat. You want to make sure you get all of that goodness out of your pot. Don't waste anything. But that is it. Put a lid on it, put it in the refrigerator, and then tomorrow I'll get up and cook those. Okay, we're back. This is my favorite and the actual star of the show. It's a roaster pan I purchased from Walmart. I actually have 2. I have a smaller one, but this one is a 15-pound capacity roasting pan. It comes with a lid, and that is going to take care of your browning. It's going to make sure that your meat has good coloring, and it's also going to make sure that your meat is tender. Preheat your oven, 375. Gonna add some beef broth, and I'm using unsalted because we've added salt to our meat already. So we're gonna go in with a cup of beef broth, the bottom of the pan, and then we're gonna add our meat. So you're basically going to eyeball this now, and just to see if you need to add any more of the broth. It smells so good though. Just work everything around. You want to give your meat some space. Doesn't that look good already? And then I'm gonna go back in with about another cup of beef broth. beef broth is going to do is give you some flavorful gravy. Normally you would just add a cup or two water if you were doing it in, whether on the stove or in the oven, but I want to add extra flavor. So we're going to put this in the oven at 375. After an hour, we'll take it back out and we'll do a stir just to make sure that it's evenly cooked. And then I'll show you the rest of the ingredients that need to go into the pan. That's it. Alright, so it's been about an hour and we're getting there, guys. We're going to give it a stir. It smells amazing. I'm gonna put it back in the oven because it isn't cooked. It's not as tender as we want it. Okay, so we have 30 more minutes before we reach the 2-hour mark. But I want them a little more tender, so I'm going to go beyond 2 hours. You just have to know how to cook by sight. Know when it's tender to your liking. Look at the gravy that's in there. Because we didn't add any extra oil, we don't have to skim any off of your gravy. We didn't do the traditional browning on the stove where you add oil, then fry the meat to get it a little brown and then stew it. So there's no excess oil. It's already looking good. It's smelling good. So we're going to go ahead and add our julienne sliced carrots. A can of butter beans. You can use any butter beans that you choose. You're going to mix that all in. Right now you want to go ahead and taste for flavor. So you want to see if you need to add a little more salt. Do you want it to have a little more garlic? You want to add some fresh thyme to this, you can. And you put it back in the oven for the remaining 30 minutes or however long. So this has been about 2 hours and about 30 minutes in the oven, and my oxtails are now falling off the bone. They're nice and tender. My beans have cooked out. That's what's going to help to make your gravy get thicker. This is the finished product, and those are your oxtails. And it was extremely simple. Don't you agree? I love this roasting pan because you're not babysitting a pot on the stove. You can walk around and do other things in the house. You can prepare the rest of your meal and not have to worry about it. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, share, and comment, and hit that bell on the way out to make sure that you're up to date on all of our latest videos. See you soon.